All right, hello and welcome to the Texas Association of Builders Sunbelt Builder Show virtual demonstration. Shortly, you'll be hearing from Buildxact's account expert, Thomas Margolles. He will take you through what it takes to save time, increase efficiency, and maximize your profit when it comes to quoting. Thomas has saved time at the end of his presentation to answer a few questions. If you do have questions during the presentation or at the end, please write them in the chat. Now, Thomas, whenever you're ready, if you want to start sharing your screen and go ahead and take it away.
Wonderful. 1 second, everybody. All righty. Pardon me, can you all see that?
Yes, that looks great.
Wonderful. All right, thanks everybody. Appreciate you jumping on. Thanks, Blair. I just want to begin to say, I'm going to show you today how you can quote 80% faster as per the title. To do this, we're going to be using Buildxact's easy to use platform to demonstrate not only how to get new strategies in order to estimate faster, but also how to use technology in order to I'm sorry, can you see this okay? I need to start my video.
The slides looked great.
The slides look good. All right, we're moving. Okay. There we go. Sorry, everybody, I messed up my slides here. All right. So the agenda for today, first, we're going to start with a quick poll question.
Thomas, there's supposed to be something up.
Can you see anything?
Just your face.
Sharing. Okay, can you see that now? Perfect. All right, I apologize, everybody. Now we're good to go. All right, so just to begin, we're going to start with a quick poll question. So everybody, Blair's going to share 3 questions with you. Just what kind of business you're running, how many estimates you're doing. This is great for us just to know what kind of audience we're going to, and I'll tailor what I'm going to say today towards what you guys do best. So if you don't mind filling those out over the next couple of minutes, that'd be great. Then we'll jump into the demonstrations. So I'm going to start with the first touch with a new client, what to do to organize that process. Then we'll jump into estimating, how to complete estimates up to 80% faster, how to use integrated takeoff tool with your estimates. This is a great tool to increase efficiency and really give flexibility into either subbing out some of your takeoffs or doing them yourself and saving a ton of time. And at the end, I'll go through some of the processes after you win the estimate, scheduling, cost tracking, invoicing, and some of the benefits of getting the estimate out quicker. As we all know, it's not always, how accurate you are at the end, it's who gets it there first. If the customer can get a quote from you within a day or two, they're going to have confidence that, you are an efficient builder, you know what you're doing, and they're more likely to go with you. All right. All right, I think we got some of the poll questions. Blair, do we have those all through?
We have about 70%.
Okay.
Completed.
I'm going to share this other screen here. All right, so what I could see here. All right, and Blair, you can see this screen okay, right?
Yes, it looks great.
Now we're good to go. All right. So what it looks like is a lot of you guys are custom builders and remodelers. That is the core clientele that I work with myself. Yeah, one dealer and one other. Okay, fantastic. And many of you, 10+ days, the majority, 36% 10+ days. to get a quote to a customer. Generally, yeah, a lot of you saying 5 to 7 hours, 7 to 10, above 10 hours sometimes. Yeah, this is pretty consistent with what I see. I've been working for Buildxact for over 3 years, and I've worked with tons of custom builders, remodelers, different contractors, drywall, etc. And it does take people forever to get the quotes out. There's a lot coming in. There's a lot of moving parts, and I'll show you right now how you start this process out in Buildxact. So I'm going to start up here with the leads section. We're going to go through these two tabs here. In the leads, as you can see, this is a way to organize all of your clients. So you can see I've got a bunch of new, some in qualifying, some that I'm quoting right now. All you do is you click capture lead and it puts them in the system. So now you don't have to run around to your emails or your phone trying to find out some of the information. It's all right there for you. And when I click on a lead, in here, you can put in all this information as you see fit. For example, Sharon's going to have a new build. She's got $500,000 budget. A lot of these details can go through here. Now, the important part I want to show you here is the client portal. So if you click invite, this will send the client an email and they'll be able to log in to this portal. And this is what they'll see. Now, in my experience over the years, more and more people are assuming this in the business. Some clients are old school. They still just want to call you and text you every day. But if they do want to, and more people are, they can log in here and follow along the project. So as you can see, you have a timeline that pops up. You can also share quotes, change orders, invoices, plans, anything that goes along with the job you share with the client. And then they don't have to be calling you all the time. It saves you a lot of time as you're going through the job. Now, once you've set this up, now we're going to start estimating. So all you do is you come to the Estimates tab, click Create New. And generally speaking, I would suggest building something from a template. This, again, is going to increase your speed. We have a number of different estimates that have been built out by professional estimators that you can use. Most of the people I work with will customize these as they see fit. So I'm going to use a custom home template for this example. All I do is I click Create. We'll call it a new home. Here we go. It's a house, and Sharon's the customer. Alrighty. So once you start an estimate, this is the workflow up top that we use. So it's a step-by-step process just to keep everything simple. And at the end, it's going to generate a proposal for you, so you don't have to go into Word or any other program and start formatting everything. It'll put it together and you just click share and then it goes out to the client. The estimate details, this is pretty simple stuff. This is just putting in data entry for the client for all the information here. One thing I want to show you is in documents, this is where you can upload files. Most of my clients will use this for site photos, permits, that kind of thing. If you upload any file for them, you can save it in a folder for permits. This will save it for you internally, but also if the client wants to see it, you just click here and click share and it goes to the portal. You don't need to find it, attach it to an email, take all that time. It's really simple to do. Now in this next step here, plans and takeoffs, this is a real game changer and this is one of our most popular features. We allow you to integrate the takeoffs with your estimate. And all you got to do to begin is upload the plans here by clicking the plus button. I've already uploaded them. It's going to pop up in this screen. And all you need to do from there is scale them by clicking this button and click Scale All Plans. Now, some of you have probably used Takeoff Tools in the past. I'm not sure if you've used them to integrate with, but I'll show you how to do that process. And it gives you a ton of flexibility. So all you do is you draw one horizontal line, put it in, and one vertical line, and that'll scale all the plans and you can get going from there. So now that I've done that, I'm all actually set up in this step. That's all I really need to do, import the plans and scale them. Now, the really cool thing that I've talked to with people is flexibility, as I mentioned earlier. I know many people are going to rely on subcontractors or suppliers to get some of their takeoffs done. You can still do that. We have an RFQ feature, which I'm going to show you in a second, where you can send these out to get the takeoff done and get sent back through the system. But I found over the years, it's been a crazy couple of years, and people have taking longer and longer to get back to people. So it gives you a lot of power over, if you need to do the takeoff right now, you can do it right now. And the more you do yourself, you can get them done right away and move on. And you can rely maybe on electricians or plumbers and stuff. You can send those out, but everything else you can do yourself. So I'm going to jump to the next step here, estimate costings. This is where you do most of your work. What you're looking at here is my custom home template that I've built out over time. It's got a bunch of categories that generally you'll need to do. I'll show you a couple examples. So if I jump into siding, and let's say I want to do a vinyl siding takeoff, square footage, for nice and simple. I just click right here, the takeoff tool. It's going to pop me into my plans. And all I got to do is outline the area. So if I'm siding this whole side here, I can just click around, whichever shape it is. It's going to give me my square footage up in the top corner. If I need to deduct anything, it's very simple. I'll just change to the rectangle tool, click draw deduction, and I'll start taking these windows out because we don't need to estimate these. Just like so. So once I click accept and save, I've got my square footage done. So that's a very simple one, just to get square footage, just to get you started. It's very simple to do. Now I'll show you another example. This is probably my favorite. This will save you the most time. If you want to use an assembly to get a material takeoff done, you just have to click this button here and it'll pop up an assembly for everything that goes into drywall. Now we have over 300 of these built into the system. You can add as many as you like. I'm sure there's a lot of things in construction that are very specific, so you might want to just tailor them a bit. But there we have over 300 of the most common ones, standard stuff. So you just have to log in, click here, and click the takeoff tool from here. Now, if I want to do walls, let's say for the first floor, I'm going to click this line tool. I'm going to put in the height of the wall. Let's call it 9 feet. And I'm just going to outline the outside. And again, the top right, you can see the square footage is changing as I go along. Now you got lots of options here. If I want to do interior walls, I would just double this up, put 18, and keep on going for the interior. Just like so. And if you wanted to do the ceiling at the same time, again, you can change the tools. I could go to polygon, outline the outside, just like we did for the siding. And then there you go. So once you've gone around the house, you click accept and save. And now you're going to get your estimate done. There's your measurement for the house. This is how many sheets of drywall you need, packs of screws, joint compound, everything else. And there you go. And that process can be replicated for anything, roofing, siding, drywall, framing. These are all built in. I'll show you our catalog here too, just so you get an idea. If you click up here and browse, all of this will be available. And so you don't have to think about it. All of this is here for you. Last example I should show you. As I mentioned earlier, you can send out these takeoffs to subcontractors or suppliers if you need to. Many times you will. So if you want to come in here, just let this load for a second. I'll do an example of concrete. Let's say that we want a concrete slab done, and I'll just do a really simple one. So I say, okay, I need a slab done. I'm going to send this out to a concrete subcontractor. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to outline the area that we need, just to show them, okay, I just want this slab done. Nice and easy, accept and save. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click right here, click new quote request. I'm going to send this out to a couple concrete subcontractors. And can you guys hear me okay? Blair, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you great.
Okay, good. I thought everything froze for me for a second. Let's go load another one in here. So once you do this and you click new quote request, you'll be able to send that out by email to any subcontractors that you have. And all you do is you have them in your contacts list. So you can send it out to 1, 2, 3, however many you have. And they don't see that they've been sent an email to multiple people. They just get an email just to themselves, and then they're able to respond to you. So all I would do is I'd say concrete quote. I click next. Here I'd attach the plans for them. So I'll attach foundation plan. I'll even do the takeoff because I want to specify exactly what I want from them. In scope of work, you can have a preset, sort of like I do here for concrete. So you don't have to type everything out every time, just pop it in. And then here, all of your contractors will pop up. So I'm going to send it to myself here as an email and just say, please quote. Just so you know, this all comes from your personal business email. So it's not coming from an Buildxact email. It's from your own personal business email. So let's see if it came in. Now, if you go to the next step here, request for quotes, this is where you manage all of this. So you can see my concrete quote's been sent. You can see who's been sent to. And especially at the part of the job where you're really sending a lot of these out, this is a great way to organize it. And you can see who's seen it and who hasn't. All right, here we go. So this is what the subcontractor will get. Simple email, they'll be able to respond. They just click the link and they can put in all of the information for you. So they have all the information they need. There's the scope of work, the plans, takeoffs. Are you interested? Yes, I am. And they put in their info for you. So I'll just say it's $2,000. They can attach their file and submit it. Now, if I go back to Buildxact, you can see it's been submitted, $2,000. You can view everything here. If this is good, you'll probably compare these to 2 or 3, of course. You can even go back and forth with them if you want to say, hey, you forgot this, or can you upgrade to this? But once you finish it, you can click chosen and say, we'll go with these guys. They'll be notified and it'll update your costs right here for you. Accounting for tax, of course. So those are 3 examples I generally show. You can do easy takeoffs, you can do material takeoffs yourself, or if you need to, send it out to subs or suppliers and get them to do it. It gives you all the options, but it gives you the flexibility. Again, I keep using that word. It gives you the flexibility to be really fast and not have to wait on other people. Now, to kind of wrap up this part, the last thing you'll do is add your markup to the bottom. Whatever it may be, let's give it a healthy 30. The last thing you can do, if you like, you can add specifications. So here I've added a few pictures of a window and some appliances. People like to see these kind of things, of course. And now if you go to the quote letter, it'll generate a professional looking layout for you. So here you go. Here's your cover page. That's the letter to Sharon. This is what's been quoted. These are what the allowances are, the specifications, and the quote summary at the bottom, terms and conditions. All these pages can be customized as you see fit. You'll have it saved, of course, your template, your template of your proposal. It'll all be saved, so it'll generate automatically. And all you do is you click share. And you either put it to the portal for them to accept, or if you like, you can just simply email it to them if they're not using the portal. You have that option. But overall, that's how you estimate really fast. You can get in there like I just did with the drywall, with the concrete. You can just send it out right away. You can do the takeoff yourself and everything goes nice, smooth, nice and quickly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into a job. So you want to continue this process. Once you've got these quotes out really fast, people are starting to accept jobs, you're beginning them. You want to be able to manage them at the same time too. So all I do here is I click create job and I'll select my invoicing method. You can do cost plus, fixed price, whatever you like to do. And click OK. Now we've only put a few costs in here, but I'll show you how it all works. Now all of that information is dropped down into the job management section. You have the job details, same as before, but now you have an easy schedule, and you can see these automatically drop down from our estimate, and it's all you need to do is schedule them out as a Gantt chart. So you can do the footings, do the slab, and we'll start the drywall the week after, just like so. So this is a very simple to use scheduling tool. All you need to do is connect these if they're dependent on each other, which many things in construction are. And if you need to schedule people in, whether it's an employee, whether it's a subcontractor, you just click on the item, click edit, and you can assign it to who's ever in charge. And they'll be reminded a couple days before. And the key point is that this all comes from the estimate. The estimate you did went fast. You threw it all together. You did the material takeoffs. All those counts were saved. And now it's into your project. Your project's already done. You don't have to start again. You're continuing on the process. So this schedule is not connected to numbers. We don't connect it to numbers. We want to have it strictly for scheduling purposes. So this is very flexible in that if you forgot something, let's say I'm like, oh, I forgot to do demo in here. I'm gonna need to schedule that. You can just add it in. And that's fine, it won't affect your numbers. Now, if I go over here to the actual costing section, that is where you manage all your numbers, and I'll show you that right now. So you may have noticed I skipped over some tabs here. That's okay. Change orders, work orders, purchase orders, these all flow into here. This is your headquarters for all your numbers. This, like the Takeoff tool, is for my clients really important. Tracking the cost of every dollar is something a lot of companies, it's hard to do over the course of the job, and this tool will help you track all of it and give you a nice report at the end so that you can see exactly where maybe you lost money on this, maybe you gained money, hopefully you gain money, but you'll be able to see that in real time as you go through. So as an example, if you come in here to drywall, let's say I want to order this material. I just click on the items I need, click order, and I create a PO for that. I pop in whoever my supplier is that I'm buying it from. And you can either send this purchase order straight to the supplier and get it delivered. Ideally, that'd be easiest. If you have somebody go pick it up in the truck, that's okay. You can just save and close, that's fine. The key part is though, that you're checking these all off. So if you go to purchase orders, you'll see it right here. And you just click right here, add invoice receipt. So you put in the receipt number. You can make any changes if it came up with something different. I hope not, but these days sometimes it does. And you mark it as received. Now, if you go back to actual costings, this is the key. You can see right here, this is red 106% because the actual cost went over what we originally estimated. So when you get to the end of the job and you say, oh, you know, we made 10 grand less than we thought we should, I don't know what happened. You can come in here really easily and you can print out reports at the top that'll tell you exactly where you lost money, where you gained money, whatever it may be. Now, the last couple of things I'll show you is change orders and invoices. This is something that's, of course, typical to custom builders, remodelers. Let's see, people like to change appliances, don't they? All right, they don't like this microwave, let's say. Click on this item, click change order. I'll just call it a micro change for now. And basically at the bottom, what I'm doing is the old one is being negated and the new one is coming up here. So this one will be more expensive, of course. I'll just save and close this, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this generates a change order for you. You send that out to the client and they'll be able to see, there's the old one, the new one, that's the difference. And this is the difference in the final price of the job. So nobody's surprised at the end, although they may claim to be. And both parties sign off at the bottom. You can send this to the portal for them to digitally sign. It's a way for them to say, yes, I'd like to go ahead with it. So if they're using the portal, again, all the better. It's going to save you a ton of time. And the last part is invoicing. So I have an invoice schedule that I built. Of course, you can have your own, whatever you like, or if you're doing cost plus, any POs that you create, like we did earlier with the drywall, those will all show up here. And so you'll be able to invoice them based on maybe every 2 weeks or every month or however you do your invoicing schedule. You can do that cost plus as well. But simply put, you just click on whichever invoice you want to send to them. I'm going to say this has been invoiced and I'm going to send it to the client. And this is what it looks like here. So once you send it to them and they've paid it, all you do is you click received, save and close. Now, one thing I should mention is for those of you who use QuickBooks, we do integrate with them. So any invoice that you've received will automatically update your QuickBooks. Same with purchase orders too. So this will be as income, and then any purchase order you receive will come in as an expense. So you don't have to double entry anything. Everything will just move over nice and easy. And that's the end of how Buildxact works. I'm going to leave extra time for questions. Generally speaking, we always cut that off pretty short. So Blair, if you want to open it up.
Yeah, so we do have a couple questions already.
Great.
For the first one, what is the onboarding process like? Is there a bunch of training offered on how to use this program?
Yeah, absolutely. We do one-on-one onboarding. So we found that if you send out a webinar or a video to people, I mean, I'm the same way. I watch it, but I have a question, right? I have a question that it doesn't answer, and I don't want to flip through video. So we do one-on-one onboarding with everyone. We also have a video library to go and reference, but that's how we do our onboarding, and it's all free. We sit down with you for however long you need, and we'll help you out with it.
Okay, I guess kind of in that vein, if this was a question, if I have a question while working on the software, do I have a representative that I can reach out?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a call line, we have a chat box as well, and we have an email line. So those are open during business hours. The email line is actually open later. So if you do have something in the evening, we're not there to call, but if you send out an email to support@buildxact.com, they will be able to get back to you in the evening as well. So we have those options for you. And then of course the one-on-one training, or onboarding, which you'll book and set up a session to answer a lot of stuff for you.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
What is the required plan format for import? How does it recognize separate parts of the plan?
Good question. It's only PDF plans work. I know there's some CAD files, but you can convert those to PDF. So we've never had issues with that. So yeah, it's only PDF comes through, and then how it recognizes it, it just scales it, whereby you'll be able to do all the measurements. If you have a lot of pages, you'll need to label the pages that you need. Most of them you probably will. If you don't need some, you can leave them, but you'd still need to label them after you import them in.
Okay. Is there a selections component?
The selections component is probably, I think it's one of our next features. So at the moment, no, but that's part of the whole, how I went over the client portal at the beginning. That was our next step, is to put in the selections process. The answer is no right now, but that is what we're working on because we've got a lot of requests for that.
Okay. The next question, do you recommend this program for someone who just started their company?
Yes, absolutely. We went over onboarding. That's usually my number one point, because it's the first week if you get any new system, and our onboarding is really good. So we'll help you use it. Our system is simpler than some of our competition that really focus on maybe larger companies. Our general clientele are husband-wife teams, maybe offices of maybe up to 10 or 15 people max, depends, and a lot of one-man shows. A lot of people just starting out, remodeling and stuff. They use this for estimating.
Okay. Have you, or can you use previous jobs as templates? I know that you also show, or can you use a template also for the from quote to quote?
Yes, absolutely. Anything in a spreadsheet, we will be able to import for you. So whether it's an old job or an old estimate, we can import that as a template. So to build that structure that you already had, and then you can just start right off the way you were before. So that goes for not only estimates and jobs, but also if you see here client lists, contact lists, we can import those as well. And I guess I should mention this because it goes to the question a bit. In catalogs, we have the ability to upload a price list as well. So if you work with any local suppliers, or if you have built out some, general pricing over the years, we can build that list really easily and send it in. So I'll just show you a quick example of that. So this is a price list of both labor rates and materials. Some of my clients will go to a supplier and ask for their price list and get it sent in, and then we'll import it all from them. Some will have some historical data, like I mentioned earlier. So these are all the things that we can import for you, and you can do it as well if you don't want to wait for us. Really easy to do.
Okay. Another question: how are users specified? For example, users versus guests versus clients, etc.
Yeah, users are. There's different types of users you can do in Buildxact. So you can have an admin, of course, which has overall access to everything. You can have estimators that just do estimating, PMs that just use the schedule and the purchase orders, etc. So you have those different levels that you can do. In terms of clients, you just put them into the client list, and they only have access to the portal. So they're not so much a user, they're more of a client. They're just going to log into what you show them as you go through the job. And that goes for the subcontractors too. They're going to be in your contact list, and they're going to be communicated through the software, but it's all going to be done through text and email. We keep it really simple. We found, some subcontractors are really great. They're really locked in and they can use software and use it properly. I found with a lot of my clients, though, they say that, if you have them integrated too much, some don't do it, some don't do it properly, and it ends up being messy. So all of ours is just text and email to make it super simple. So any sub that you're working with, it's fine. They'll be able to do it.
Okay, and this is kind of on that same vein with the clients and the subcontractors. And you talked about the text and the email, but I guess they don't have to have this software to
That's
go
correct.
Look at the quotes, and then if they want, you said they can go onto the portal and edit it, or
yeah, exactly. No, I know exactly what you're asking me. For the subcontractors, they do not need an account with us. All you need to do is put them into your contacts list and have an email in there. Let's see, I got Dave here. So yeah, the short answer is no, they don't need an account. You just need to send them an email and they can communicate with you through the software just like that. We do have an option for them to sign up as well, of course, and that makes it a little more streamlined, but it's not necessary. And of course, the clients don't either. It's the same thing. Just an email address, make a password, and they're in. So very easy.
Okay. How many users can you have?
It depends on which subscriptions you come with. If you go with our, we have a Pro subscription and a Teams one. The Pro comes with 2. Those can be shared, of course, and then the Teams comes with 4. So, and I mentioned they can be shared because I have some clients who use us, and everybody logs in under a certain business email because they want all communication to come out of that. So it's not, if you want to have different people have different logins, you can do that. Some people just want all the communication to come through one email, and they can all log in at the same time. So with 2 users with the Pro, 4 with the Teams, but can be shared, which is the key. You could have 10 people on the Pro and it's fine. Everyone can use it.
Okay, is there a price list or do we have to create it? Did you touch on that with the product?
Yeah, I did just on the catalogs, but I understand the question. There's not an updated price list that you can see. Like it's not an average price. We've dabbled with putting in an average price list, but I've heard a lot of feedback that it could be really accurate for electrical work, and then for flooring or something else, it's completely off. So we try to get the exact price. So what we provide are more assemblies that'll calculate the number of materials, number of labor hours too, and then you would fill in the rest. We do, on that vein, we are partnering with suppliers at the moment. So we have got, and I'll just show you guys this. We are starting to integrate with suppliers whereby if you had an account with them, you'd be able to log in and get their pricing live. Some of them are coming online slowly, but if you have somebody that you use in your area, you can just invite them to come along and we'll start the process. It's not going to happen overnight. Of course, there's a lot of computer stuff that I'm not so privy to, but if you want to invite them along, that's the goal. That would be the goal of it, to have a supplier price list in the system updated live for you guys. So love if people are interested in it and want to work with us on that, I would love to work with you on that, because that would be a game changer for everybody.
That's great. Do you mind talking about the prices and maybe the difference between the packages?
Yeah, absolutely. There's 3 different packages. One is the entry level, which is strictly estimating and takeoffs. So everything we saw in the first section, putting together the proposal, that's all included in the entry, and that's $149 month to month. The Pro is the entire program, everything we saw, and that's $249 month to month. And the Teams, as I mentioned earlier, has 4 users, that's $399 month to month, and that comes with more users. And the difference between the Teams and the Pro is the Teams has more options for limitations. So you can limit different users on what they can see and stuff. You have more flexibility with that. You have some with the Pro, but that's the main difference.
All right, well, I think that was all for the questions for today. If anyone has any last minute ones to get in there, I can wait a couple seconds.
Great questions. Always want to leave a little extra time.
Yeah, we had a lot of questions today.
No, it's good. It's good. I know I've done these before where we leave 5 minutes and then there's 20 questions. So
yeah,
we don't want that to happen.
Exactly. Well, I guess we don't have any more questions. So thank you, Thomas, for this amazing presentation. And thank you, Buildxact, for presenting and sponsoring this virtual demonstration. For everyone watching, this recording of the webinar will be available on TAB's Texas Builder YouTube channel. And thank you, and everyone have a great day.
Thanks, everyone.
You have some contact information if you want to put that up.
Yes, please.
Do you want to put it up or
let's see here. Yeah, I'll put it up. 1 sec. Sorry. 1 second here. Let me just take off the screen. Yeah, so I'll put up my contact info here. If anyone's interested in running through a demonstration, or you want more information about Buildxact, everything will be here. So just click you can just click the link. Sorry, my PowerPoint's been messed up today. I don't know why. Apologies. No. So can you see that okay?
Yeah, that looks perfect.
All right. So yeah, you can scan the QR code. There's my information too. Please feel free to give me a shout, send me an email, or go to our website and book a demo. If you guys are interested in looking at it, we can go through it in more detail and more in terms of what you guys are looking to do.
Perfect. Thank you, Thomas. I'll leave this
Wonderful.
up for a couple more minutes
Sure.
while everyone takes down the information. And then this will be emailed out and then our YouTube channel.